Hello, hello. Am I alive? Yep. Can you hear me when I'm talking over here? Just buffering on the playback over here. But, alright, so I can hear. Alright, cool. Alright. So we'll be continuing the Minecraft thing that I was doing yesterday. I got slightly interrupted from it a little bit. But now we'll finish it, and yeah. But yeah, alright. Let's go. Let's get started into this right now. I just need to switch over to the other screen here. There we go. Sweet. All right, cool. Perfect. Cool. All right. Now let's get started. All right. Where were we? All right. I guess let's get started. I slightly readjusted the camera setup because I figured out this way feels a little bit more natural. So, or at least I think it will feel more natural. And we'll just have to see about that as we play today. Hopefully we can finish up this map. It's not too long of a map, it's pretty, but so yeah, let's just get on with the parkour. Figured out how to put the chat over on this screen. It would be very helpful. Perfect. Okay. Boom. Boom. Ooh. Fell in there. Slime was almost a little bit too effective. I'm going to check my audio real quick. I feel like it's a little bit too quiet. I'm going to turn up the knob. Hello? Hello. Hello. Let me just check this. All right, I think that's a little better. All right, thank you for the patience. I'll get right back into it. Just wanted to make sure that the audio was good before streaming this whole time. It's better to troubleshoot all that stuff early on, so that way you can just sit back and watch, and I can just get into the game without having to worry about all the ins and outs of how all this works. Yeah. Hopefully I can combine the VODs from yesterday and today and release them as one video. It shouldn't be too hard to do that. Ooh, this didn't fall in. Ooh. Oh man, all the way back here? Come on. Guess maybe there's a checkpoint for every room. I guess that wasn't the end of the room yet. Alright, let's try this jump again. I don't seem to have too much problem with this jump. Just one that came up later. Oh man, wish they put a ladder here, because that would be very helpful, as opposed to having to go all the way back. Not sure if this is like normal Minecraft death notifications or whatever you call them, but I think they're like a little bit different than they normally are in this map, because I've been noticing them as they've been playing. They seem to be kind of quirky and whatnot. Alright. Alright. Let's go. Oh, whoa. I really wish my keyboard wouldn't do that. Hey! Like, look at that. That's ridiculous. Now I have to start all over again because this thing decided not to work. I don't know. I'm not sure how you fix that with this keyboard. This happens one more time. If the keyboard glitch happens one more time, I might have to try to find another keyboard, because this is getting a little bit ridiculous. Like, you know, I'm stopping, but if the keyboard doesn't let me stop, then how am I supposed to, you know, play the game? Maybe this just isn't like a gaming keyboard or something. It's usually pretty good for everything else. I'm not really sure what the difference is between a gaming keyboard and a regular keyboard. Or come on. How does it miss the jump? I don't get it. Why does it keep putting me back here? Why can't I? Why did I just hear like something burning? getting pretty good at this part. Oh yeah. Sorry, I gotta check audio. I get a little paranoid with that. Okay, it's good. Whoa, that was laggy. Yes, let's go. Whoa. Like that again. That was another keyboard glitch. Luckily it wasn't in anywhere that it could actually affect the game. Woo. Alright. Hopefully I'm in 13 again. I'm 14. I feel like the numbers aren't going the way I would have thought. Alright. Hold shift in case the keyboard acts up again. Because shift will be my safety. So I don't want to have to do that again. Alright, let's go. Being extra careful because I do not want this to fail. Okay. Boom. Alright. I'm almost done with this level. Okay, hopefully it saves here. If not, I might just jump back to this spot. I don't want to do that level again. There we go. All right. I gotta be careful on this part because if I land on that, those white blocks teleport you back to wherever your spawn point is, their checkpoint. There we go. Perfect. All right. I like this tree level here. It's pretty interesting. All right. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. I feel like I'm not moving it in the direction that the character's going as. Whoa. You see that jump was a little bit. Alright. The jump was almost a little bit too late there. But luckily there's that block there to catch me. There we go. Alright. Oh, I guess I'm going over here. Oh, this is where to go. There we go. 16. Now we're making some progress. All right. Right. Whoa. Gotta be careful. Ooh. I'm in this next level. Whoa. Chests are not able to be opened. Interesting. I bet we'll be seeing this spot again at some point, but I guess we gotta go here first. Oh wow. Just a soul whose intentions are good. Out loud, please don't let me be misunderstood. It'd be kind of nice to have some music in the background of the stream, you know? But I'm not quite sure how to do that yet, so I'll have to look into that to see how to put the music up, because I know other streamers do that. It'd be kind of cool to have a little bit of a soundtrack. I watch a little bit of J Slat streams, and he always does a pretty good job with the soundtrack mixing, because he kind of somehow is able to get it so that way the tense moments have tense music, and the quieter moments have more quieter music, and I think that's a cool little feature, and he does seem to do it live, which is pretty cool. Not sure if I have the experience yet to do it live while we're like playing something, but hey, maybe at some point I'll be able to do it. But, you know, at this point it's a little bit too much multitasking and doing stuff at the same time. It's not something that I don't think I'm, you know, it's a little bit too many things to do at once. Ooh, over here. Oh boy, there's an end level. Hopefully there's not any end portals to freak me out. Those end portal textures are very freaky. there's never any fire anywhere. Like there is, I heard it in the previous level. And I just heard it now. Man, how do you make this jump? There we go. I think I got the hang of it. Whoa. Let's see that little bit there. It stopped before I put my hand off the keyboard. Or like my hand went off the keyboard and it kept going. Ah, come on. At least there's a little bit of a built-in checkpoint there, so I don't have to do it all over again. Whew, there we go. All right. Right. Oh, I almost missed that jump. Let's go. That was a little bit of a double jump there. Let's see where this one leads me. I'm in level 19. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's get back into it. Nope, I can't get through those doors there, which means I must have to go down here somewhere. This is crazy. Whoa. See what I'm talking about there? It's like I'm not doing that. Like slipping off the blocks like that. It's like the keyboard doing it. I give a little sound check. Alright, I hear myself. That's pretty good. Alright. Let's keep going. Hope this keyboard's not like this when I'm playing other games. Good, I'm back here. That means that the checkpoints are working. I was a little worried there that it might teleport me back to that other level that I started at. One of the times I played one of those parkour maps, and that's what it would do. It kept the same checkpoint the whole time. So if you'd fail and then you'd have to start from there. Now it kept being annoying because it was supposed to update the checkpoints every time you went to a new level, I would assume, because that's how all the previous checkpoints worked, and it just kind of froze at that checkpoint. It was pretty early on in the map too, so if you got pretty far, it's like, I guess a lot of older video games used to be like that, like very unforgiving. Alright. Whoa. Somehow I didn't jump high enough, I don't know. Whoa. What is that? Why would it not make me jump high enough? It's stopping me from making this jump. There we go. I'm not sure. Oh, whoa, that was weird. Guess I hit that block. Alright. No, I'm here. Nice. Made that. Whoa. There's a little bit of lag there. Hopefully that doesn't keep happening. Whoa. I really don't want to have to fail at this jump. Because that one will just teleport me back to the start of the level. Yeah. Oh, what? I'm not doing that whole thing again. I'm sorry. Guess I kind of have to. Alright, I'll keep doing it. But if I do it, if I fail it one more time, I am not doing that again. This keyboard's starting to really, like, I'm not liking it. It's just making it not as fun to play if the keyboard just stops working sometimes. I have to constantly keep wondering when it will glitch out next. Like that. Like what happened there? Is it they? All right, let's go. All right. Yes, there we go. There we go. Ooh. This is going to be a tough jump. Alright. Oh, nice. Doing pretty good. Don't want to jinx myself by saying that. But hey, if the door is open, I'm using them. Alright. I might need to. Alright, alright. Let's keep going. That's a little bit too low. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Let's get back at it. Alright. Let's continue. Alright, let's go. Nice. Oh, that's a witch down there. I don't know what they're doing down there. Oh, you see what I'm talking about? It keeps doing that. Like that was a valid attempt. You know, I made it. Now I have to do it again. And, you know, just because the keyboard decided to act up. I don't know. Alright. That wasn't too bad, though. No, it wasn't the hardest level. Perfect. Down here. Oh, I hate looking at that end portal texture. Man, wish they'd fix that in the game. It's the one part of Minecraft that's just like not good at all. Hope I don't fail this level just because I don't want to see that again ever. I'm sure they probably used it at some other points in this map, but the less I see of it, the better. Man. You know what? I can't. Guess I have to see it again. No. Alright. How long? Oh, it's a 30-minute stream so far. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. I want to be able to do other things. Oh my god. I forgot that was there. It kind of sneaks up on you. And I don't know. Just gives me the shudders whenever I look at it. Alright, yes, alright. Cool. Let's shift, because I don't want to fall off. Alright. Alright. Okay. Just jump. Yeah, let's go. Made it. Alright. Let's keep going. go. Nice. Let's go. That's good. Man. I'm giving this one more try. Hopefully I make it this time. No, man. That was alright, I gotta do this again. Okay, that wasn't even like I should have landed on there. I swear. Here we go. Alright. To whoever that one viewer is, I don't know why, but the Twitch thing always says one viewer on it. Hopefully you're a real person and you're like enjoying the time watching it. Oh man. But yeah, if you want to leave a fun message in the chat, you're more than welcome to. Whoever that one person may be. I still ain't quite sure if it's a real number yet, because it always seems to say that and it never really goes up, like up or down. Like if you're having fun watching the thing, leave something fun in the chat, maybe, you know. That would certainly prove that it's a real person and not just some sort of weird glitch on Twitch. Because so far that's number been there the whole time, every single stream that I've done so far. Okay. Whew. Let's go. Okay. Boom. Let's go. That was cool. Free diamonds. Whew. Wow. What happened here? Oh. Guess it just continues the level. Alright. It's a weird ending to that level. Just kind of fake out, I guess. Come on. That was... Nice. I like that. Where do I go? Here. Alright. Oh, whoa. See that? That's what I'm talking about. Keeps doing that. I don't like it. Because... Alright. Let's go. Is that where I'm supposed to go? That little slime block over there? Let's see. Whew. There we go. I made it. sort of checkpoint on this side. I want to start back all over again. Here it is. Alright, that's not too bad. Nope. I think that was the wrong way. Yeah, it's over here. Alright. Wait 1 second, I'll be right back. There we go. It's getting a little dark out. I don't want it to be dark in the room. Then it's makes it harder to focus when everything's slowly becoming a dark room and you can't see anything. Ah, come on. Why is that not making it? There we go. Oh man. Alright, I'm not that's not I didn't do that. It won't be too bad if I just went right there. 'Cause that was not at all something that I did. And I'm getting a little bit annoyed by this keyboard here. Because it would be fair if I did it, but so far like if it was something that I did and it was a mistake, then for sure I'd keep respect the rules and go back again. But if it's just gonna keep doing that all over and over, then whoa. This is interesting. I've never seen something like this before. Interesting. Yeah, it's weird. It's like the blocks disappear underneath of you. I've never seen that before. Ah, whoa. Man, that's odd. Lock in here. Keep getting distracted. Let's go. Let's go. That was good. Right. again. Like, what the heck? That's the second time it didn't bounce like it's supposed to. So odd. It's weird. Maybe I clipped the edge around it. Who knows? This is getting a little bit tedious. Like what? It didn't even let me jump there. It's odd. There we go. Interesting. All right. Nice. There we go. I made it. All right, let's make this jump. All right, that's not fair. If that happens again, I'm not gonna let that slide. I hit the ladder there, so if you fall off, I don't know. I feel like that's not really supposed to happen, but I don't know. I don't play Minecraft too often, so I'm not sure exactly how the physics of the game work. So maybe it's, I don't know. Okay. That one calls for getting back up there, because that was another keyboard glitch. And I'm not going to let that happen anymore, because that is not me failing at the game. That is the game. That's the keyboard failing at being a keyboard. All right. There we go. That one was my fault. That one too. Man, this is starting to get a little bit annoying. Why? I didn't even jump there. Just... I made it. There we go. Okay. That's not gonna happen. I'm giving myself another try at that jump because I feel like that's not how it's supposed to work. Let's try that again. I'm just gonna keep it on creative, maybe. No, switch it back. But man, that is not how it's supposed to work. There we go. That's how it's supposed to work. That's how. Okay. Outrun the minecart. I don't think I'm gonna like this level. What? It's not fair. Now I'm stuck here. I think it's gonna win this round. What? Wait. I think it's gonna win this round. I might as well just start it over. Alright. Let's outrun it again. Can't let it beat me. Make this. Okay. All right. I'm making this. Oh, what? I didn't even see it pass me. All right. Well, we're pretty close there, so I think I can get it this time. Stay ahead of this. It's good. Ah! Okay. That's a fail right there. Alright. Let's try that again. I think we can get it this time. Quite the end of the world there. Oh, that one is. Alright, let's try that again. Now we got a decent advantage here. Ah, no, now I gotta start over. That's not gonna work. Be my last attempt. I don't think I want to keep doing this over and over again. Doesn't seem like a good use or fun. I have to give myself a head start if this doesn't turn out too good this next round. What? Come on. That's not right. I'm too far behind. Which means that I have to keep it moving. Oh, it's gonna win. Okay. You know what? Okay, this time it's gonna work. Oh, yeah. Alright, you know what? I am gonna give myself that head start. I don't care. Let's just skip the BS here and just start here. There we go. Alright, now we're on. Oh, what? I was at the top. Alright. Let's give myself that head start. There we go. Alright, let's go, let's go. There we go. Alright, that was exciting. That was actually a pretty good level. And I did a pretty good job too. I like that. I'm happy with that. Alright, let's keep going. Ooh. it's 6 o'clock here, I might have to pause it again because I want to do other things besides just doing this. But yeah. Right, that was good. That was a good maneuver. Boom, right in the hole. Ah, what? Whoa. Whoa. What the heck? That was weird. Jumping off that platform. Let's see where this leads me. Seems like an interesting little path they built for me here. Whoa. Whoa. Elytra. Boom, there we go. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, what? That's not fair. That didn't get me too far fallen. Alright. Alright. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Ooh, let's second viewer. Thank you for joining the stream. Hopefully you're having a good time watching. Just playing some chill Minecraft parkour. These levels aren't, well, you know, I think they're intermediate levels. Like, they're not easy, but they're also not too difficult that you're just watching me like repeat a level the whole time. But yeah, hopefully you're having fun watching. You know, if you wanna, you know, say something fun in chat, feel free. You know, just have a little fun. I don't know, but it's just kind of chill here. Just kind of laid back if you're into that type of thing. Minecraft is kind of a laid back game, so I'd figure that if you're interested in watching Minecraft, it's kind of what you're into. I don't know. It's kind of this game's kind of a nice balance between chill and occasionally a little bit hard with the parkour bit. A little bit difficult, I guess you could say. Ooh, I think this is it for this level, though. But yeah, if you're, thank you for hopping on. If you're still watching, I don't know. Sometimes the Twitch thing, I think it might have a little bit of a delay. Oh. So if you hop off, it'll take a little bit for the view counter to update to say that you hopped off. But yeah, if you're having a good time watching me, I'd appreciate it if you at least just said something in chat a little bit, you know? I don't really need you to, but it's just like, keeps it, you know, like a community. But, you know, whatever you want. This is just a chill stream. Would that jump work? I guess there's only one way to find out. There we go. yeah, thank you for hopping on. However your enjoyment of, or however you want to interact. But yeah. Alright, let's get back into the game. What's in here? Is there something supposed to happen in there? No. I guess maybe not. Here it is. Oh! I guess it's just a little bit of a trap they put in there to make it a little challenging, a little bit unpredictable. There we go. Not too bad, but you know, it's an effective little trick that they put in there. I like it. You know, you might as well put in a little something to make it spicy. Good. There's a little bit of laggy there. I'm gonna do an audio check right here. Yeah, I like to do that every once in a bit. Okay, that's good. I just like doing that because I'm not quite used to sound and all that yet. And, you know, the worst case scenario is I'm talking this whole time and trying to communicate. And then you can't even hear me, you know? That would be terrible. I guess, depending on if you actually want to hear me talk or... Oh, what? What the heck? Oh. Guess I have to do that section over again. I don't know, my keyboard's been a little bit acting up lately. Keeps like holding down buttons when I let go. I think that might have been a scenario of that right there. But I'll give it another attempt. But yeah. Still not sure if I'm talking to nobody or if you're someone there. I should probably stop nagging about it. Maybe that's just annoying. I don't know. But I just like the idea of... I just like the idea of chatting and, you know, having a little bit of a community thing going on. But I could stop talking about it. It starts to become a little annoying for some. That was almost a failure right there. Alright. Let's keep going. Nice. Did that jump better than I did it last time, so maybe that was necessary for me to redo it. Good. I felt a little bit of that lag there. I can always tell when it does something that I'm not directing it to do, or it does something a little bit further than I expect it to. But boom, there we go. There we go. Let's go. Boom. Oh. Sorry about that, field, whoever owns this. One thing I've been thinking about is if I had a way to cast my phone onto my phone screen onto the live stream, that could be pretty cool. Because I was thinking that it might be cool to have some Heyday streams. I think I mentioned that yesterday. So I might be repeating myself here, but, you know. Heyday's a fun game, and it's kind of chill. I feel like it, at least if it was not maybe a whole stream of it, because there's kind of a point in Heyday where you kind of have to pause and wait for all the stuff to happen. But you know, maybe at the beginning of streams I could have a little Heyday segment just for the fun of it. Could be a cool idea. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's a Heyday community on Twitch. Maybe there is, and it's like a gold mine, just waiting to be accessed. Just gotta get to the right level. Whoa! You see that keyboard glitch there? That's not me. That's the thing acting up. But I'll give it another attempt. The one part earlier, I had to go into creative a little bit because I don't know. I just, with the keyboard acting up, and it just keep making me like fail things. I get a little bit angry about that, or like a little upset because it's like it's failing, but I didn't cause it to fail. At least if I actually made a mistake, then then I can move on and try again. But if it's like I don't even do it, it was out of my control, this computer just acted up for whatever reason, it's not the same feeling. It feels like you've been cheated out or something. I don't know. Whew, nice. Something felt weird about that jump. I wasn't sure if it was gonna make it. Okay, nice. Next level, I think, hopefully. Alright, interesting. I think this map has a lot of ups and downs to it, Like you fall down, you have to climb back up again, and then you get to the next level and you fall down again. It's kind of interesting. Ooh, I guess this is where I'm supposed to go. Let's see if I could go a little bit higher. I'm climbing up. Oh. Like climbing up. Go up a little bit, and then get up here. I climbed up a little bit, and then all of a sudden I get to this point, and then boom, jump down, and then you're a little bit lower than when you started. But actually it's a little bit higher than when you started here. It's like in the middle. I like that in the maps. Kind of gives it more interesting vibe going on. Whoa. At least there's a checkpoint down here. That's nice. Hopefully I can at least finish out this level, but when it hits 6, I might have to call it a day. It's been an hour. So, if any of the people watching wants to leave any messages in the chat, this little time right here will be your last chance to say something exciting. let's continue going. My goal to be at least get to the end of this level and then call it a day. Maybe I'll do a level after that. Depends on what I'm feeling. But yeah, thank you for checking out this stream. You know, hopefully when I upload this as a VOD at some point, y'all can enjoy watching this too when that comes around and you happen to be watching it. Challenging. Oh, man, what the heck, man? That's not... What? I don't even know what's happened there. It's like it's pushing me off. Maybe it's because it's like sugar cane or something. I don't know. You know, they also have sugar cane in Heyday because it's a farm game. So I guess that just makes sense. They also have wheat like they do in Minecraft. What else do they have in common? So far they've had carrots too, some potatoes. That's about it that I can think of. I don't think Minecraft has corn in it. Which is quite odd. You'd think they'd have corn by now, but you know, I guess it's not popular. Alright, I got one more level. It's not even 6 yet. But this is gonna be it. Go. That's a cool little track right there. I like it. I have a mild interest in like level design and stuff, so I like looking at that when looking at these parkour maps, because level design's an interesting thing because it's similar to telling a story, except instead of telling the story you have to get the player to follow the story in the correct way. And it kind of leads the characters doing, and gotta make the routes you want them to go appealing. So it's a little bit like a movie, you know, video games, except you have to make the story, make the player make the story, as opposed to just telling a story and making it just good enough to understand and whatnot. You gotta lead the player to unlock what you're trying to say. Which I think is pretty interesting when it comes to storytelling, because I like all types of stories. The main reason I'm trying to get into video games is because I feel like it's a different type of story that I haven't explored yet all too well. Whenever I see it, I find some intriguing like story ideas and ways of communicating information in there that, you know, could be applied to making movies and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it a little bit too highbrow, but you know, that's just what comes to mind. Maybe I should just not be so up high thinking about it. Where am I going? Is it over here? I think I went the wrong way. Can I jump back there? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna have to do this part over again, which isn't too bad. I kind of like this part. Is this the right way? Ah, it is. It's one of these snake things. I'm gonna give this one attempt, and if I fail, then it'll be the end of the stream. Oh, I'm not calling that a fail. That was a little bit dumb on my part. A little bit slow. Alright, well, it's 6:02. Let's switch over to the other view. And, alright, well, thank you for watching this stream. I'll be continuing this whenever the next stream is, hopefully tomorrow. That's my goal, to get it out tomorrow. And, yeah, well, thank you all for watching. If there's anyone in the chat that wants to leave a final message or whatever, feel free. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and have a good day. See you later. Goodbye.